Thursday, and today's video comes to you in two parts. I am reading a new book, and this is non-school related reading, which I don't usually have much time for. And that book is The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. And I know there's a lot of controversy about him and about this book, but I was curious, and there's one thing you should probably know about me. It's that I'm agnostic. I am not atheist, but I'm also not any sort of organized religion. So I thought this would be an interesting read. My main problem with religion is there's not a lot of love. There needs to be more love. If there was more love and there was more peace and more understanding and more equality and, more getting along, I would be all for religion. But the reason that I bring this book up is because I want to read a section to you out of the book. Religion has certain ideas at the heart of it, which we call sacred or holy or whatever. What it means is, here's an idea or a notion that you're not allowed to say anything bad about. You're just not. Why not? Because you're not. If somebody votes for a party that you don't agree with, you're free to argue about it as much as you like. And that is a true story. Everybody will have an argument, but nobody feels aggrieved by it. If someone thinks taxes should go up or down, you are free to have an argument about it. But on the other hand, if somebody says, I mustn't move a light switch on Saturday, you say, I respect that. Why should it be that it's perfectly legitimate to support the Labor Party or the Conservative Party, Republicans or Democrats, this model of an economics versus that, Macintosh instead of Windows, but to have an opinion about how the universe began, about who created the universe? No. That's holy? We are used to not challenging religious ideas because it's very interesting how much of a furor Richard creates when he does it. Everybody gets absolutely frantic about it because you're not allowed to say these things. Yet when you look at it rationally, there is no reason why those ideas shouldn't be as open to debate as any other, except that we have agreed somehow between us that we shouldn't be. I think that is such an interesting idea, because just think how much religion would grow if we had that open dialogue about it. And I don't think that the kind of discussion that they're talking about, or arguments, should necessarily be called arguments, because argument or debate involves some sort of defensive position. I really like the word dialogue, because it's two people coming together to talk. I think when we have those discussions and dialogues, that's when we grow the most. And I think in some cases, this book is trying to be argumentative and make people defensive about their religion. That's not cool. That's not on. What I think we do need to do is listen to each other. And part of listening is asking questions, bringing things up like, well, that doesn't quite make sense. Why don't you illuminate it for me? That's when the real understanding starts. And I think that understanding is what will bring the love back into religion. So that's what I have to say about that. The other thing is, I told you that I was going to do a very jam-packed, oh my gosh, social awareness video, Mary, and here is the breaking news in Iowa. So I just talked to my camera for 5 minutes, but my memory card was full, so it didn't record anything. So I'm going to condense it down even more. In breaking Iowa news, a subcommittee of the House of Representatives passed a bill that basically says that all abortion is legal. And it defines life as the moment the sperm and egg meet. And so that would actually make some forms of contraception illegal as well. So this bill has no exceptions built into it. I'm a lot less eloquent this time around, probably because I'm more worked up. Very tangential. I'm sorry, there's offshoots everywhere, and I'm gesticulating wildly again. I just get really worked up. So the mother can't abort if she's going to die. The mother can't abort if it was a case of rape or incest, or any number of other extenuating circumstances. And there's a very, very, very small chance that this will be passed. It will probably be ruled unconstitutional because of the Roe versus Wade case in the Supreme Court. So this is really mostly a rant and not really a serious worry. If you're desperate enough to get something done, if you're not ready for a child and if you just can't, then you're going to find ways to get rid of that baby, and they are not going to be sterile, and they are not going to be clean and legal, and it will be at great risk to everybody involved. Well, that's how I feel about the issue. You can let me know how you feel down in the downstairs, the comment section. Please keep it nice and civil, and it's a discussion and a dialogue, not an argument or a debate. And I think that since this video was about things like that, we should practice it. Practice it. And also, Mary, I will call Mike Lombardo for you this weekend, and it's going to be awesome, and I'll post the video for you. Whee! Can you tell I'm a little hopped up on caffeine? Okay, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you next week. Have a splendid week.